Hi guys, my name is Carolyn. I am going to show you a really quick little tutorial on how to make these really cute bows for your ornaments. Really simple, no actual tying of bows involved. These actual ornaments are some of my best sellers. I'll link the files in the comment section. They are not my files, so I'll put those in there. So what you need today: ornament. You need a piece of decorative ribbon. This is a 1.5 inch ribbon, wired. That seems to work the best for me, but you can try with what you have on hand. This is 18 inches. You're gonna need a zip tie if you don't have a zip tie, or if you prefer something different, you could use floral wire, you could use pipe cleaners. I'll also show you a way to do this without any of those. And then you're gonna need a piece of twine. This one's about 22 inches long. And then we have a couple of beads as well. We're gonna put some beads on this ornament. So cute beads that I got on Amazon. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our bow. This one I already pre-cut at 18 inches, but if you'd like to do it right off the roll, you can do that as well. So you just kind of keep the roll here, and then you'll just cut it here when you kind of have the size that you want, but we'll use the pre-cut roll. So, and obviously you can always cut the ends. Once you get it kind of figured out, you'll know your length so that you don't have a bunch of extra. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this upside down. So, and crisscross, doesn't matter which side. I don't like a lot of hanging there, a lot of tail. And then you're gonna take this, hold it in the front, and you're gonna take the back and just bring the back to the front. See? Again, hold this, bring the back to the front, kind of squeeze it together. Really easy, right? And you can adjust it if you're like, oh, that's too uneven, kind of adjust that. So again, crisscross, doesn't matter which side goes in front, back to front. And then when that is done, you're gonna just squish that together as nicely as you can. Take your zip tie, or whatever you're using in this case. Wrap it around. I can't see today. Good hand-eye coordination, there you go. Zip that closed. I zip it most of the way that it holds it, but a little room that I can still manipulate it. Okay, look at our cute little bow. And see, I can still pull it through if that loop didn't make sense. So, then we're gonna take our twine. We're just gonna hold it together at the end in half. You're gonna pull it through the back side of the ornament from the back to the front, the two ends. And then you're going to lay your bow kind of right here in the middle. We'll play with this loop later, don't worry about that. Get that out of the way. You're gonna take your loop and you're gonna pull your two strings through your loop. Then pull it tight. Again, don't pull it completely tight yet until you kind of have everything where you want it. Pull that tight. There you go. Once you have that where you want it, nice and tight, you're just going to make a knot. There you go. I can also tighten that zip tie and just cut off the back. Okay, there we go. So now I would like to add some beads. My beads have really small holes on them. So I'm just gonna add a little tape to the end when I went through it. Make sure they're even. Let's do it this way. Oops. Just a little tape to help me thread it through. Twist that so I have a nice, good pointy end. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one, pull it all the way down. Oops, butterfinger stay. Other one, all the way down. Pull that blue tape off and just do a little knot so those stay in place. And then we'll we'll just knot the top of the ornament. I like to double knot that. Cut the extra ends. There you go. And obviously you can finish the bottom of your ribbons. We'll cut these like this, fold it in half. Make a cute little, and do the other one. Fold it in half. Now we have cute little ends. And there you go. Now I'm gonna show you really quick how to do that without a zip tie. So I've got another piece of ribbon here. I'm gonna cut that. A couple more bows or beads. Another ornament. Some more twine. Okay, so again, cross, pinch, together, zhuzh together. It's a little stiffer ribbon with all the paint on it. It's a little more difficult, okay? Have that held. Now, if you're not using a zip tie, this one becomes a little bit more difficult. You gotta be a little better with your fingers, so, because you're holding it the whole time. Put these through the back. Now, I'm going to kind of place that right there, holding it down. Let me use another finger to hold it in place. Get those. So, as you see, it's a little bit more difficult. Ah! I'm gonna pull that string through. I kind of messed up my ribbon at this point. So what's nice is that while you're pulling it through, you can adjust your ribbon. So like this one's too long now. So I'm gonna pull that. Sorry. Trying to do it at a weird angle with this camera. Okay, pull that through. Again, don't worry about your tail lengths. We will adjust that in a second. That side's still a little longer than I want. So we'll loosen this up. Pull it through a little more. Tighten. Okay, I'm happy with where it is. Now I'm going to pull it as tight as I can and then make a knot. Okay, there you go. Now let's put our two beads on. You want these close together. That's close enough. Twisting. Let's do this cute black bead. Cute buffalo plaid. Sometimes I do it too tight. You can always cut it off too if you have an extra ribbon. Tie that. Double knot at the top. Trim, trim. There you go. Now this ribbon's a little big for that ornament, but gives you an idea. You can also cut ribbon ends like this. Also, don't forget to finish your ribbon ends. I use the flame trick, so take a little tiny bit of a lighter just to the edges to kind of seal those so that they don't fray. An old trick we learned back when we were in ballet on our shoe ribbons. So super cute. You'll see no zip tie. This one has a zip tie. One thing to keep in mind is that you are going to see a little bit of a zip tie in the back. So, you know, keep that in mind if you don't want to see a zip tie, or if you want to use something like a pipe cleaner. One of the things I love about the zip ties is that you can make all these ornaments ahead of time. you'll see I made this huge bag, or I'm sorry, ribbons ahead of time at my last craft show. So it was a little slower. So I took my ribbon and zip ties with me and made a bunch of cute bows ahead of time. It was really nice, and some of my customers came by and got to see me actually like making stuff. So it was nice for them to see a maker making. So that's also really, helpful that you can, make them ahead of time. And I'm sure if you thought about it, once you had this all tightened, you could probably just snip that little zip tie off if you want. So I haven't tried that yet. So there you go. Feel free to shoot me a message if you have any questions. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, guys.